Good afternoon, and I have a question today that may be thought-provoking, and it is, what do you do when everything seems to be falling apart? Last night I was reading through Psalm 31, and I was amazed by these words in verse 9, or verse 14, I should say, and it says, "But I trust in you, O Lord." And as I looked at that, I thought, well, why is he finding it difficult to trust God? Because he says, "But I trust in you." And then I looked at the previous verses, and I just see a person whose life just seemed to be falling apart. He says here, "My eye is wasted from grief." Here was a man filled with sorrow. He says also, "My strength fails because of my iniquity, and my bones waste away." Here is a man whose physical health, spiritual health, emotional health is falling apart. And he couldn't find help from any people because it says here, "I have adversaries and I become a reproach to them." And he says, "I'm an object of dread to my neighbors." And then he goes on and he says, "I have been forgotten like one who is dead. I'm a broken vessel." I mean, here the psalmist, who many times has psalms of joy and rejoicing, is saying, look, my life is falling apart. Now, I'm glad the psalm doesn't stop there. And for many of us, sometimes we just stop right there. We have a complaining spirit. We're feeling sorry for ourselves. And here the psalmist says those words in verse 14. After everything that he has just said before that I've shared with you, he says, "But I trust in you, O Lord." In spite of everything that's going on in my life, but I trust in you, O Lord. It kind of reminds me of Job and all of his tribulations. And Job said, "Though he slay me, yet I will trust in him." I think that's probably how Joseph was able to get through all of his trials, being sold into slavery and ending up being in jail and prison there in Egypt. What happened? He became second in Egypt. Why? He saw his tribulations, but he could say in his heart, "But I trust in you, O Lord. I say you are my God." I don't know what you're going through today, but I'm sure that many of these things that David has mentioned have probably happened in your life, have happened in my life. But we can say with David, "But I trust in you, O Lord," because he is the one who can take care of us. He is the one who understands what's going on in our life. God saw all of this in David's life. He sees all that is going on in your life. And he says, "But I trust in you, O Lord." And then he shows how he puts that trust in the Lord. He says in the next verse, "My times are in your hand." In other words, if I'm discouraged emotionally, spiritually, physically, socially, notice he was forgotten, he says, "Look, my times are in your hand, and you will take care of me." Just like the songwriter wrote, "Be not dismayed, whate'er betide, God will take care of you." So I don't know what you're going through today. You know, as one person always said, either you're in the middle of a trial and tribulation, or you're coming out of a trial or tribulation, or you're ready to go into one. But no matter what you're going through today, may these words be an encouragement to you, just as they were to me before I went to bed last night. "But I trust in you, O Lord." And of course, God desires us to trust in him. As it says in Proverbs, many of you have memorized this verse, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all your ways," even if they're difficult ways, "acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths." So I'm glad that the psalmist here, yes, he shared his heart, he poured out his heart, what was going on, but then he said, "But I trust in you, O Lord." May that be true in each of our lives. May we be able to say with the psalmist, "But I trust in you, O Lord, and my times are in your hands." May God bless you today, tomorrow, and the next day.